Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas, Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Direct snap. Creates a little room. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. With the catch, it's Fields. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looking to push the pace with the no-huddle.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. They're going to ride this running back. Past the first down marker and still running. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Man, you gotta love the offense coming out with a plan. They're gonna feed their running back. Great job featuring him, great job setting the physical tone, and they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. How about this? These guys are going for two. He gets it in there for the two-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Looking downfield, it's Reed. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Such a great job on the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. It's caught downfield. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on third down.
The Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Off play action. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. No good. That one could have helped out a bit there, guys, but still an 8-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Going up top again. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Carr. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Irish! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At the 35, he's open. Running through contact. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big game. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter.
Notre Dame 15, Texas A&M 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The quarterback sneak, looking to eke out a few yards. Sneak gets it done.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the 2nd quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Caught over the middle, it's Calling. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. They'll keep it on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The Irish relying on the run. He's going for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need...
There he goes! They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Texas A&M going quickly.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Offense facing 4th down.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Tries to get it on the ground. All blocks as he picks up the first down.
Hey, 4th and short, it's time to be physical. You give it to your running back. You can see he gets physical, gets downhill, gets the first down.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. To the ground, he's got it again. Turning on the Jets. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you've seen the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Moss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man, it's Reed. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That's caught. It's Concepcion. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Texas A&M going up tempo. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Scrambling away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got a man. It's Craver. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. Looking to fire. Going for 6. Makes the grab. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has 1 stop. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. And I don't think he got in. Those big bodies up front just creating a wall at the goal line. This defense has been a stone wall. Can they stuff him again on 3rd and goal? Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
Wants to throw. It's Reed. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the single back. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. And the quarterback pulled up to and sacked at the 12. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Owens. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He'll do it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the back. Got it in the middle, it's Love. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. Back's looking for the goal line. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Makes the grab. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. A great catch and run for 6. been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Skips away from pressure. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Pressure coming. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's got the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Hand off to the fullback. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Carr. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites. You look out there, well, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Got his man downfield. It's a seam wide open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 9.
A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
15.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gonna run it. It's Moss. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Reed. He's got the back in the middle. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
That's good for
I love running the angle route, whether it's on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd round. It's a really good route. It's a safe route. Just takes a little bit of timing over the middle of the field. But, hey, again, getting it to a playmaker in space, always winning.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's 3rd down. They understand the situation. They drop back. And I love the defensive back with vision on the quarterback. He sees it, right? He takes off the scramble. He's like, no, no, no. You're not getting this 1st down. Nice job coming up, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a 1st down.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed gimme 4th down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
Quarterback adapting. It's complete to the right. It's a running room. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Notre Dame, 36. Texas A&M, 15.
They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Oh, they're after him! And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the 1st down. Now set up 1st and goal.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying play action. Moving away from pressure. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Carr. Rushes on him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late, they're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Bringing the heat. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop them. I like it. Offense, doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
Pulls it in. It's Bussy.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, in this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get 1st downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the 1st down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. And the comeback is on.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Makes the grab, and he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
Fourth down.
How about this offense, man? You gotta love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives, and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. If they can pick up a yard here on second down, that might put this one in the books. Looking downfield, it's Carr. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Here comes the option. A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he was able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Might be changing the route. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Might be looking to run. Unleashes one. He's missed 3 in a row now with that pass incompletion. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for it all. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
29.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Reed. Fires to the tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll go up top on second and short. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted, big play, stop the drive. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. They'll give it to the back. Crosses the 45. He'll try to take it back. Wide open spaces. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Got his man quickly. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over, and this coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Reed. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He turns it loose to the left. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting.
He's got it. 1st down and more. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. And that is how we will wrap this one up.